How's it going, YouTube? Pastor Sits here, back with another video. So I've had a couple of people ask me kind of about my grading process. I guess no, but by no means an expert. I've probably submitted in the past year since I've had a membership with PSA, probably about I don't know, probably about 12 or so submissions. I probably got about 6 or 7 of those back. Some small, some large orders. A lot of stuff from my PC. And I just wanted to have a video because people had asked me about kind of my process. And then, like I said, I'm by no means an expert on this. I kind of just, if the card looks good to me, I submit it. But I think I'm going to have to start being a little more picky about what I submit to PSA. I do have some submissions going here, so I wanted to kind of go over the 5 items that I use in the grading process. So basically, the first item is gloves. So, like, I'm always going to have gloves on when I'm getting cards ready for PSA. I don't necessarily think that people need gloves on every time they're handling cards. I think it's a little ridiculous to ask a breaker to be wearing gloves. Unless it's like a really high dollar item or something like that. Like maybe it's I don't know, maybe not, I guess not even Eminence for soccer because those already are in cases. So anyway, first thing is gloves. So I have a box of these black nitrile, I guess I would say, latex-free gloves. You can get these on eBay, like 100 gloves for like $5-10, or Amazon. I'm sorry, Amazon's probably the best place to get some of this stuff. The next item you're going to need is some microfiber. I use these to clean the cards, get the fingerprints on them. Obviously, if you're gonna be breaking with someone, their fingerprints are going to be on it, your fingerprints will be on it, so use one of those microfiber cloths to kind of wipe that down, and I'll show that here in a second as I go over a card. The third item, this is very important, is going to be I use a clip with 3 times magnifier lamp. It has a rechargeable dimmable light. It works great for just seeing defects and everything that you wouldn't normally be able to tell with the kind of your naked eye. So that kind of helps. The next item is card saver ones. These are PSA did not like people sending items in top loaders. Now, if you have an extra thick card, like it's a jersey card, like a rookie patch auto or something like that, that's like a 130 thickness or something, they won't fit in here. I did put cards in there one time, and I think it kind of like it'll mess up the corners, so I would not do that. Do not use card savers for thick cards, but everything else, as you'll see in this submission, is all card savers. You can get the Ultra Pro ones. I bought these because they were really cheap, because during COVID, like, everything went really crazy expensive for top loaders, card savers, and everything else. And everybody was sitting at home going through their cards, submitting to NVA. I got work on the mind here. We're submitting to PSA, and and that caused also the increase in money. PSA is charging a $15 a card. So that's another reason why I'm a little bit more skeptical of what I submit now. It was different when I was paying $9 a card for bulk if I was submitting 100 cards compared to $15 a card now. The good news is the bulk rate is down to 20 now, so you can submit 20 cards at a time, but honestly, I don't even like submitting that. So the last item is post-it flags, and I find these this is for the grader. This isn't really for me, but I think it makes it a lot easier on the grader. At the end of the day, the grade you get on a card is basically just going to be an opinion of that particular grader. I know they have kind of a set process, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's an opinion. A PSA 9 to one guy might be a PSA 10. It's just the way it is. And plus, imagine having hundreds and hundreds of different types of cards that you have to grade. I mean, you could have a guy that just grades basketball, but I don't know if PSA has people that grade Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards and basketball and football and hockey and soccer and all of that, and having to know all those different cards. The centering and everything on them is just crazy. So let's get into kind of me getting a card ready. The first thing I would do is take a card out of out of the penny sleeve, and use a new penny sleeve when you submit. Next thing I would do is have my lamp out here over here. You'll see the light just came on. Let me put the card down here. And yeah, this is a CD Lamb card, so I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but basically what I'm doing is I'm just looking under the magnifying glass for any defects. Mosaic football is really, Mosaic as a product this year is really bad with like dimples on the cards, scratches. I'll be honest, I'm not very good at centering on these. It's kind of hard. The edges can kind of sometimes be bad. Sometimes what it's also, and I don't know if this really helps at all, so put it back in the penny sleeve. I'll turn the magnifying lamp off and I'll set this aside. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll put a card that I don't think is going to get a 10 with a card that I think will get a 10. Maybe, basically, so they're saying, all right, well, that's a 9. Well, okay, this one's better, so it's a 10. I don't know if that helps out or not, but something I do here and there. If it's close enough, and honestly, PSA 9 is not a bad grade. I mean, it's just, if you get a, like, for example, like a card could be like, in a PSA 10, it might be $300. In a PSA 9, it might be $40. I mean, but still, if you paid $15 to get a card graded, you're not going to keep the card, and you can get $40 for it. Hey, you just made $25 minus whatever it cost you to get the card in the first place. Okay, so next thing you want to do is put the post flag on there. So it's just nice right there. And then we'll put it in the card saver. Sometimes it's good to put your finger in there and just kind of slide it in there. This way, with the posted flag, the grader can just pull it right out. It does two things. It makes it easier for the grader, and there's less of a chance of them actually damaging the card when they reach in. Because if they damage this card, they're going to act like it was that way when they got it. So that's pretty much how I get a card ready. The only thing I didn't show there was cleaning off the card. So basically just all you're going to do is just, grab a microfiber and just clean the card. Get the fingerprints off the front of it. Get any of the dust off of the edges and things like that. Sometimes you want to run the microfiber along here really carefully. So, because sometimes what will happen, there'll be like some fuzz and things there, and then like if you have fingerprints, supposedly, and I don't know if there's any truth to this, they'll consider that a surface issue, and it'll knock the grade. I don't know if that's true or not. I've heard from multiple people that that's the case, but like I said, it just err on the side of caution is what I would say with this, because you just want the card to look perfect. That's why you need to use new penny sleeves. Don't use old, penny sleeves that have like, crinkles in them or, old stuff. Don't use old card savers. You want just everything to present nice is what I would say. That being said, just want to go over some of my latest submission, as my membership I'm going to renew it in December anyway, but have a lot of CeeDee Lamb, pretty big on him. Wide receivers, they aren't the big money that quarterbacks are, but a lot of these for a PC. I am a Cowboys fan. Don't hold that against me. CeeDee, I know everybody hates us. I don't know why, but I guess because America's team, whatever. CeeDee Lamb silver, got that in a break. Bought that on eBay for like $35. Guy listed it, just got lucky. Here's a purple NFL debut CeeDee Lamb. We got Emmitt Smith. Used to love watching the Cowboys in the 90s. Glory days. Emmitt Smith to 99. Aikman to 99. Got a Tony Romo rookie. Never had that card. I haven't collected football in years. So then we got first prisms of Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman. Yeah, a lot of Dallas. Wow. Ezekiel Elliott stained glass. That's kind of cool. I'm big on him, even though he's got a weird nose ring. Try not to judge. Then I actually hit this in a break. Joe Burrow, silver, NFL debut. Pretty nice. Now, these cards here, you might recognize some of the Donruss. Let's go back here. So, a couple break items with Cyrus. Some Cristiano Ronaldo's I hit. I started taking Portugal to try to get a holo. I did end up getting a holo, but it's off center, so I don't think it'll get a 10. So, that's actually out on the eBay store, and that's a good price. Then I was getting Barcelona and Obsidian trying to get a Messi auto. If you saw my video, I did end up hitting one after like 5 breaks. Sadly, no Fatih rookie, but I'm going to grade the Messi. Then we have a string of all of these Donruss. Got back an order a couple weeks ago, and all of these got 9s or 8s. And I really think that they could have done better. Especially like Donruss is just really hard to grade. It's so hard to get good grades, and I don't like to crack open cards multiple times and resubmit them. But I've kind of felt I cracked all these out, and then I went over them, and some of them I was just like, okay, yeah, this is probably going to. But you know, I submitted 7 of these Jadons and did not get 110. I just want to get 110. And that I felt should be a 10. I did not see anything wrong with that. Vinicius Jr. I submitted like 12 or 13 of the optic holes, got 2 10s. Yeah, they really beat me up on Donruss, but I did get some color 10s and things like that. The color parallels seem to be easier than the optic silvers, optic holos, whatever you want to call them. This was a Kylian Mbappe red velocity. Austin pulled this for me from Got Baseball Cards. It's jersey number 7 of 10. It got a 9, but I'm going to try to resub it. These both got an 8. The velocity do seem hard to grade, but I want to at least try to get a 9 on those. Some more Vinicius. Is that? Okay. So, yeah. But like with Vinicius Jr., I mean, you know, he's playing good, but God, that guy can't finish for anything. But I'm still big on him. But like as an example, his PSA 9, it might go for a couple $100, and I think his PSA 10, there's like a dozen copies maybe, so it's like $1,000 to $1,500 card is what I'm listing it as. I honestly don't know what it's worth. Then we have some Chrome, Pulisic. This is the variation card, Pulisic Blue. I think these were beautiful. I don't know why they got 9s, maybe just something I missed, but I'm going to try to submit again. Then we got a Frankie de Jong. These Kylian Mbappe's, I've got about 10 of these, and every one of them except these 2 had a print line on it. Kind of disappointing. Finest Phenoms seem to be in a little bit better condition. And then we have 2 color Mbappe Gold. Has a very small print line, so maybe I'll get a 9 on it. If I get lucky, maybe a 10. But sometimes print lines that don't really cause a surface issue, sometimes they'll let those slide. So it's for a PC anyway. I'm not selling it. And then this one was nice. I got a blue one actually in a break with Cyrus as well. It was 2 breaks back to back. Got the green, the blue, and the gold. And the blue one has a pretty significant print line on it. So unfortunately. So the next we have Pokemon. Got a ton of shiny vault stuff. Champion's Path. It says shiny Charizard I pulled. This card, this Pikachu card from Cosmic Eclipse has really gone up in value. I mean, it's Pikachu in red. So I decided to get a couple of those that I had graded. Then you got just shiny Pokemon. Crazy amounts of shiny Pokemon. I basically just went through, I was putting the whole set together raw, and then you got some full arts here. And I just went through a lot of the ones that I have raw in a set. And the ones that I felt were going to be a 10, I just decided to go ahead and get them graded. I have a bunch of these graded, but these 2 looked pretty good. I know this is getting a reprint in December, but I thought these could get 10s. The reprints of Hidden Fates have not been very good so far, from what my experience is. Although I did get this in a 10, if you saw that opening. Then I'm still working on the Shiny Vault set. Some of these are duplicates, but I just felt that they could be 10, so I want to set them in. I need the Guzma Lady. I need all the golds. Then we got Arceus Dialga. I'm still missing this as a PSA 10 as I collect the hyper rare legendaries. Then we get into some Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually. Got the Dark Magician. I can't remember what this is from. Then we got this from the structure deck. I collect the God cards for Yu-Gi-Oh! So I wanted to get Raphael, Hamon, and Yuria. I think I'm saying those right, hopefully. Blue Eyes White Dragon. I can't remember what that one's from. I think these are from the tins. Obelisk, Slifer. Yeah, you're seeing any God card I like getting graded. Exodia. I still want an original of him. And then the God cards from... Which one is this from? GX? I can't remember. I haven't seen this series. I've only seen the original. So you got Thor, Lord of the Acer, Odin, and then Ghost Rare cards. I love Ghost Rare cards. I'm glad that they're making them again. I've never really started collecting them until the last few months. And then Stardust Dragon from Prima Gold. This is the Stardust Dragon from Toon Chaos. This is a collector's rare, the first edition. Winged Dragon of Raw. I ended up buying this on eBay, even though I have a case and a half of this. I thought it would probably go up in value, just like the rest of the Legendary Duelists. But I don't really know if it's going to, because this is kind of the only card in that set from a collector standpoint. And a lot of the cards in it I don't think are very playable. I don't really pay attention to the meta very much, but bought this on eBay from a guy for, I think it was $300. It's gone down since then. Unfortunately with these, they all have print lines on them. The guy actually told me that it didn't have any print lines. It has some faint ones. They're not too bad, so I didn't think it really warranted returning the card. I did, however, return one of these. Wait, which one was it? Oh, it was this one actually. This Starlight Rare. Got this on eBay from a guy. I really like the OG character Starlights. My only Starlight actually, so I'm gonna get that graded. Yu-Gi-Oh is so hard to grade on the back because of all of the the different colors on the borders. I don't know. I mean, there's white there, so I don't know how PSA does that. But so anyway, I bought one of these from Trollento. It had a big indent on it, so I returned that and then bought this from a guy on eBay. So we'll see how those go. I'm going to be putting those into PSA and submitting them this week. Yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully that video kind of helped people. I don't know if it helps anybody or not, but that's just kind of my process. I think the days of just blindly submitting things. I mean, you got 50 cards here at $15 a pop. The TCG isn't quite as expensive. I think they're like $9, maybe $10 a card or something like that. But now for modern 2017 and up, yeah, everything's gone up. They're taking profits away from us. It's going to card companies, going to retailers, going to distributors, just kind of the way of it. So hopefully I have some openings soon. Got Chrome coming out in December. So that'll be real fun. I know I haven't been doing a lot of opening videos. I just think box prices are just crazy expensive right now. It's just not financially sound to buy any boxes. It's honestly not very financially sound to get into breaks. I hate to say that, but I don't like any of the products out right now, especially for soccer. Impeccable museum collection, not really a fan. I do a couple breaks here and there, but it's just something I'm not interested in. But if you're interested in that and you want to spend money on those breaks, by all means, go ahead. I'm waiting for other products. So anyway, thanks for watching. As I said, hope this helped out kind of answer any of the questions that people have been asking me about my process for getting cards graded. And be aware, when you send a bulk, like the video from the other day I got back from PSA, they got that in June and I got them back in October. So I submit everything in bulk if it's not a high dollar value card. But there doesn't seem, even economy seems to take just as long. It's kind of ridiculous. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment on the video. Check out my eBay store, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.